at South High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, where tonight the Red Wings host Manitowoc. Hello everybody, my name is Mike Martin. Joining me is the coach, Chris Wright. Tonight both teams open up conference play, Chris.
Unbelievable, right away in December, and we got two teams that are picked at the upper conference, yeah, and they got to square it off right here and now. You know, North sits not even playing yet in conference play, but right away Manitowoc and Sheboygan South have to play.
Now Manitowoc's got one game in, South has two games in. They're 1-1. Manitowoc 0-1. They lost to New Borough and Eisenhower, but the guards for Manitowoc are tough.
Yeah, they are, and Manitowoc starts a very young lineup. They have all juniors and all sophomores in their starting lineup, and I talked to Coach Christensen before the game started. He says, yeah, we're awful young, but we're very athletic. They work very hard, and they're big. They have a lot of 6'5 kids, a lot of 6'4 kids, and of course they have one kid that's got roots here in Sheboygan.
That'd be Nathan Zastro. Let's talk a little bit about South, because they're no slouch either, like you mentioned.
No, and I think something about Sheboygan South this year, you know, the last couple of years they've always been playing those really close games. They've been losing, but this year you got a team that's very deep. Again, unfortunately, they lost to the 9th-ranked team in state Milwaukee, Washington last week in a very close game by 2 points in what was kind of a controversial call at the end. But I like their depth this year, and they have a lot of scorers, different people they can, you know, that could step up. They don't rely on just one player, and I think that's going to make for a very strong season for South.
Let me ask you this, Chris, because the guard play for Manitowoc is very good, and you'd have to say the guard play for Manitowoc is very good too, with Jake Biederwolf and Hemsing. How is that going to play out tonight?
Well, I think a very good thing was to play Milwaukee, Washington last week. Milwaukee, Washington was very quick with their guards, and I don't, you know, as good as Nathan Zastro is, I don't think he's as quick as the kids from Milwaukee, Washington. So it might be a step slower. So that experience in that conference, you know, tournament is going to, or excuse me, in that tournament for Sheboygan South is going to help South tonight, you know, matching up with Biederwolf and, as you said, Hemsing.
All right, when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off for tonight's game, so stay tuned.
Reasons to become a vegetarian. Number 1.
Because mad cow disease
is in the U.S.
Number 2. Because might doesn't make right. Number 3. Because you know this is wrong.
Explore her grandeur. Appreciate her beauty. Protect her for tomorrow. Recycle your old rechargeable batteries. Call 877-2-RECYCLE or visit us online at calltorecycle.org.
Hey, new guy, Shovel, right?
Yeah, Rake, and I'm not exactly new. I've seen some action.
Yeah, what's your story?
Hey, my last gig, I nearly got electrocuted, almost drowned. That guy never called 811 to see if it was safe to dig.
Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground utility lines marked for free. It makes every project safer for everyone.
Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig.
The dream of education beyond high school, the cost can put it out of reach. There is help. We are Federal Student Aid, part of the U.S. Department of Education. Each year we award $80 billion to all eligible students and families. Learn more at federalstudentaid.ed.gov. Don't get left behind. The most costly education is the one not begun. Federal Student Aid. Start here. Go further.
Back at South High School, they're going through the starting lineup for Manitowoc. Starting at one guard will be number 4, Nathan Zastro. He's a 6-foot junior. At the other guard, number 15 is Eric Huffman. Huffman is a sophomore. He goes 6'4". He's a big guy. Also in the starting lineup is number 30, Dan Kurzweil. Kurzweil is a 6'4" junior. Number 33, Carl Reindl. Reindl is a 6'5 sophomore, and rounding out the starting lineup is number 40, Richard Zachow. Zachow is a 6'4 junior. He was a starting quarterback on the football team. Now for the South High Red Wings, there you see coming out is Jake Biederwolf. Biederwolf, number 11, is a 5'10 junior. Number 15, Chris Hemsing. Hemsing is a 6-foot junior. Also in the starting lineup tonight is Derek Kiekafer, number 31. Kiekafer is a 6'5 junior. Number 33, TJ Crowns, 5'11 senior, and rounding out the starting five for the Red Wings. They've just had a real nice article about him in the paper. Jake Schwartz. Jake is a 6'5 senior. He's a good one, Chris.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, not the personality or the attitude of a Dennis Rodman, but, the same type of basketball player. He's a kid that's all over the floor. You're talking about a kid that just seems to have a knack for rebounds, and anything that needs to happen that's positive, he's that kind of player, where when Dennis Rodman was playing, that's the kind of player he was. I'm not saying that Dennis Rodman, his off-court stuff was very good, but I'll tell you, if there's a guy that's very similar.
He never had a problem with his off-court stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the kind of player he is. Something I think about with Jake Biederwolf is I remember when he was just a freshman. There's Coach Schultz right there. Something I think about Jake Biederwolf is his first game as a varsity player was up in Manitowoc, and he just lit him up. And now he's just a junior, and he's still playing in this game.
Our officials tonight are Tom Hunick, and doing the toss at center circle is Andy Hansen.
We know these
local guys. Yeah, they're good ones. Manitowoc controls the tap, and Zastro has it.
He had 24 the other night, right, Marty?
Yep, 24, and Huffman had 17. Those were the high scores.
Got away with a travel.
Spin move, his basket is up and good by Zachow. Kick out, long shot by Crowns. He's fouled after the shot. Basket doesn't go in. The foul is going to be on number 30, Dan Kurtzwil.
TJ Crowns has worked very, very hard on his basketball game. Obviously the son of Tim Crowns, the girls basketball coach here at South High School. He had a big night last week in the first game against New Holstein, hit a bunch of threes, and just like that, he's going to get 3 free throws.
Well, I thought he got knocked down after the shot, but referees didn't see it that way, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that call, though, Marty. I think it was after the shot, but either way, he's going to get 3 throws.
The way we say that over at Jefferson is 1-2 free. Crowns looking to go 2 out of 3. And he gets the friendly roll on the third one. They're all tied up at 2.
A little bit of press here by South. They played a lot of kids the other day in the tournament. Coach Schultz likes to use everybody.
Zastro on a shot, no good, but Manitowoc coming away from the rebound. The putback is no good. Ball is stolen away by Manitowoc, and then a foul on Sheboygan South. Foul goes on Jake Schwartz. Richard Zachow will be on the line, shooting a pair.
Looked like he just ripped it right out of Jake's hands there.
Yeah, he certainly did. I don't think we'll see that happen very often.
There was a nice article by the press the other day on him.
I really like those articles, those prep pluses. That's a good thing, and it shows some positiveness for high school sports and some of the people that are involved.
Well, I like looking at what's their favorite food and class, and
I like those ones where it said my favorite class is gym. Fadeaway jumper is up and good by Jake Schwartz.
And what did it say? He shot like 25,000 shots or something this summer, or 35,000?
Yeah, I get that many in a winter. Shot is no good. And then fighting for the rebound was Kiekafer, and then he gets fouled. A little after the foul action, but both players clear of the floor.
Well, that's one thing we saw last year out of Jake. He doesn't back down to nothing, and that time he kind of walked away and did frustrate the Richard Zacco there of Manitowoc.
South in their man-to-man offense. Well, they had a guy open underneath. Biederwolf wide open from three-point land is no good. Coming away with the rebound is Reindl for Manitowoc. They're going to have an offensive foul on Nathan Zastro, and I think that's going to wipe away the basket also.
There's Coach Christensen, longtime coach.
14 years, Chris. And I got it written down somewhere, 394 wins.
Yeah, he's a good one. Athletic director there for a number of years. Now Johnny Johnson does that, former Sheboygan South graduate.
Jump shot from just inside the circle is up and good by TJ Crowns. That makes it 6-3 South. Double dribble on Manitowoc's Brendan Guile. Giles kind of snuck in the game there on us, Chris.
They look like they're a little nervous, Marty, both teams. It's early in the year, trying to feel each other out a little bit.
Pass inside to Schwartz.
That's sweet.
Turn, no good. Made a good move, good one-on-one move, but couldn't get the shot in. Zastro going one-on-one. We're going to get a foul.
That's
Schwartz. Yeah, that is going to be his second.
I
was thinking right away because I think there was about 7 minutes left in the quarter. It was barely 30 seconds in, and Jake got his first foul, and now we're at 5:44, barely a minute later, minute and a half, and he's got his second.
Ouch.
He may not play much in the rest of the first half. Zastro, jump shot, under pressure, no good. Manitowoc with the rebound and the foul. Rebound went to Zacco. He's a demon under there, Chris. Foul goes on Grant Renzelman.
Biederwolf and Zastro, they've had a few battles over the last couple of years.
Zacco was 1 for 2 on his first trip to the line.
Those two young men, just juniors too.
I was going through that starting lineup. It seemed like everybody was a junior.
Well, South too, they only have 3 seniors to go along with the Ships 3.
Zacco I'll tell you, he doesn't have a real smooth release, but he got those 2 to go in. It's 6-5 South, 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Jump shot by Hempsing, sweet. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Biederwolf on Zastro. Set shot around and down for Eric Huffman. 8-7 South on top. Rolling down to 5 minutes left. Good post, but then a slap away. Doing the good post up was Jake Reuter. Manitowoc, nice pass. Shot is no good. Rebound basket is good by Reindl. Manitowoc up 9-8.
That's the 4th offensive rebound from Manitowoc in 3 minutes, Marty. That's just got to stop.
Crowns over to Hempsing. Looking to go 1-on-1. His lean in off the glass is no good. Another rebound by Manitowoc. And they're on the break.
I was going to say, controlling the boards. Another one.
And a foul not called. That foul should have been called on Reuter, but it wasn't. South comes away with it. Got a little bit of a break there. TJ Crowns on a pull-up jumper is no good. Zastro comes away with the loose ball rebound. Long lead feed. Shot up and in by Manitowoc's Eric Huffman. He has 4 points on the night. And it's 11-8 Manitowoc.
South's lucky it's not worse.
Jake looked over to Coach Schultz. Should we call a timeout? And he says no. Nice feed inside. Getting away with a travel. He said looked like a travel was Jake Reuter, but he got the basket.
Just like at Grant.
11-10 Manitowoc.
Wow.
Zastro way outside. That was a 25-footer.
His dad never shot him like that. He was farther out.
Yeah, really. Hempsing looking to go one-on-one. His lean-in shot off the glass is down, and he's fouled.
You can draw that foul. You know, that's a couple times now we've seen Chris kind of lean in there, and that time he got the foul.
Guile on the foul.
Wholesale changes for South.
Bernabo is in the ball game. Kyle Rommel back in the ball game. Free throw is no good. Zastro going baseline. Fires it out to his teammate. Shot was no good by Huffman. And South comes away with the rebound. Rommel in the game for South. Also in the ball game is number 45, Terry Morgan. Hempsing, pull up 13-footer is good. Chris Hempsing. Oh, he's got a nice stroke, Chris.
Yeah, I like those pull-up jumpers by him and Crowns there. One hoppers, oh my.
Zastro's shot is no good, and South comes away with another rebound. Hempsing with that rebound. Long lead feet is tipped out of bounds, and they're saying it's off of South's Brandon Bernabo.
Good call.
Kurzweil coming back in.
Coach Christensen discussing dinner plans with the officials. Post-dinner
Taylor
plans.
Gabriel is in the ball game. Chris, you mentioned him about being a pretty good basketball player. He's a big guy, that's for sure.
Yep, a lot of high expectations.
Good defense in there. Good defense by Biederwolf, forcing the travel on Kurzweil.
Second turnover for Manitowoc.
We're all tied up at 14. There's 2:20 remaining in the first quarter. Eric Wiesman running this camera up here. Brian Andrews on the floor camera. He's got Milov and Will Capello in the truck spinning the dial. Jake Biederwolf with a three-pointer.
Came off that screen real sweet, got a nice look.
Well, you can't let Zastro walk around alone out there. Good feed. Shot is blocked. Coming back and putting a shot up and in and getting fouled was Kurzweil. Dan Kurzweil.
The Ships are just controlling the boards, Marty.
They are. Foul is on Jake Biederwolf, his first. You know, I thought South was coming back a little better. That the last couple possessions they've gotten the defensive rebound, but not this time.
6 offensive rebounds for Manitowoc already. When you look on the other end of the floor, 0 for South High as far as offensive rebounds.
Kurzweil's shot is in. And I think there's going to be a violation, no basket. That's exactly it, a lane violation. So take it away. South on top, 17-16. Well, I think they're in a zone and they left Morgan wide open, but he couldn't hit the open three. Zastro, pull up, 17-footer is no good. Crowns with the rebound, gives it off to Hempsing, who dishes it inside. Shot is up and it bounces down for Kike. For boy, it looked like the hoop didn't want it, but it went in.
Yeah, it was friendly bounce.
Zastro on top, gives it over to Gabriel. Manitowoc working the perimeter, South in a tough man-to-man. A lot of movement. It's like a motion offense, doesn't it, Chris? Oh.
Travel.
Yeah, not called. And then we get a tie-up. Morgan tying up Gabriel, and it's possession arrow South's way. And there's less than a minute left, 56.9. South on top, 19-16. see who came in. Is it Rummel again? Kyle Rummel, I believe, is back in the ball game for South. Peterwolf looked like he wanted to shoot, but pulled it back. South running some clock. Hemsing drives hard to the lane. They're going to call a foul on the floor, so it will not be a shooting foul. Kurtzwill picking up the foul, his second foul, and the 5th team foul on Manitowoc. Down to 41 seconds remaining. Peterwolf.
There's that one. There it is again.
17-footer.
I like that one dribble shot that they have.
Oh, you got to stay out on the help. Got to stay out on the help. Hemsing stepped out, and you got to step out a little more on Zastro because he'll keep on going.
Uh-oh.
Jake Peterwolf now with 2 fouls.
That's twice I had to say uh-oh tonight.
Yeah, this is not a good thing. Coming in for Jake is Grant Renzelman. 24 seconds remaining. Nice cut, and the shot is no good. Getting open was Eric Huffman, but he couldn't get it in, and then we get an over-the-back foul on Manitowoc. Foul is going to go on number 33, Cal Reindl. Well, one more foul, Chris, and South will be shooting free throws the rest of the half. Down to 15 seconds. Hemsing has it. Gets it over to Crowns. South looking to get one shot. Hemsing going hard. Oh, rims off. Rebound, no good. Manitowoc with the rebound, don't foul. And we're at the end of 1 quarter of play. South with a strong first quarter leads it 21-16.
These days, kids are logged on or plugged in almost 24/7. Parents need to start early to help kids make good technology choices. But where do you start? Visit tunedinfamily.com. Get the tools you need to make sure they're plugged in to the values that are important to your family.
Hey Kyle.
What are you doing?
We need to talk about your choice of games.
tunedinfamily.com. Helpful tools you can use for the good of your family.
Let's play a game. Let's pretend you own an apartment building and I want to rent from you. I make a good salary, have a good credit history. Would you rent your place to me? How about now? Do you still like me? What if I have an accent or a disability? What if I'm a single parent? Would you steer me away? Would you close the door? Would you?
The Fair Housing Act protects your right to live where you want. If you think you've been discriminated against, call us.
Tim Schultz mentioned that he's got a deep team, Chris, and he showed it in that first quarter. 9 different people made it to the floor for the Red Wings.
Yeah, and that's kind of what he's done over the last 2 years. Everybody plays.
Zastro coming off a double screen, curls into the lane and puts it up and in.
He's just 2 for 6 from the floor right now.
Rummel with a long one.
First quarter, 9 for 16 for South shooting, just 6 for 18 for Manitowoc.
Zastro short, rebound by Manitowoc. Turnaround jumpers up and good by Zacco.
Another offensive rebound, Marty.
Yeah, they've owned those pretty much. Back in the ball game for South is Derek Kiekafer. Rummel wanted to fire it, but pretty good cover-up defense by Zacco, number 40. Hemsing dishes it out to Crowns. Again, pretty good cover-up defense by Manitowoc. Long shot by Crowns is no good that time. And coming away with the rebound is Zacco. Lead feed, shot is no good. Knocked away, but a foul is going to be called. Another offensive rebound, that one by Kurzweil. And he gets fouled for his efforts. TJ Crown's picking up the foul, his first foul. That's a 6-team foul on South. Kurtzweil was 0 for 1 in the first quarter from the line, but he hit that one. And a good shot of Dan. With those 2 free throws, the score now stands 24 South, 22 Manitowoc. Renzelman posting up down low. Didn't get it. Hemsing. Oh. In and out and back in again. Chris Hemsing with a 3.
Well, with Schwartz and Biederwolf with 2 fouls each and in trouble, other people got to step up, and Hemsing's one of them.
Zacco's shot is no good. Good inside position by Hemsing, and he does get the offense or the defensive rebound. Pitch out, Reuter, bango, baby. They only give him a 2. Shot is no good. Rebound is up and in by Zacco.
Oh boy. Got to get a body on somebody.
Lead feed is in and then kicked right back out. Pass went into Renzelman, who had to kick it back out. Driving hard to the hoop and getting fouled was Kyle Rummel.
I like that. He had one thing in his mind, and that's getting to the basket. Hey, Schwartz coming back in here. Or is that Reuter? Reuter coming back in.
Ryan Guile picking up the foul.
Jake Reuter coming back in.
Huffman's a guy you got to pay attention to for Manitowoc. There you see him on the line, or on the for the free throw rebound, number 15. He's a good one. Kyle Rummel makes a couple of free throws. Has 5 points in the quarter. It's 31 South, 24 Manitowoc. Huffman, 10-footer, clanks it. Offensive rebound again, put up and in by Cal Reindl.
You know, you can shoot 30% if you're going to get second chances all the time.
Cut him off a double screen, and pumping up the three-pointer was Brendan Bernabel. A three-pointer, and he came off that screen really nice. Timeout called by Manitowoc, a 30-second timeout. South on top, 34-26, Chris. Getting a lot of contributions from different players.
Yeah, and they're raining the threes here.
8 different guys I have scoring.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 shooting here in the second quarter, but I'll tell you, you better clean up the boards because eventually that's going to catch up to you, Sheboygan South. They are not getting a body on anybody, and it just seems like Manitowoc's always in the right position to get those rebounds.
Let's see. In JV action tonight, the South JV's won. Yeah.
Nolan Friesbaum. There's a Tim
say
Schwer's dad right there too.
I was going to say North is in the house.
Yep. Big. Is there a game Tuesday night?
Some of the players too.
Must be some type of game
Tuesday. I think there's a game on Tuesday. Anyway, in JV action, South won. And in freshman action, they split. And Nathan Zastro with a 3.
His second three-pointer of the night.
Yeah, got to keep an eye on that boy. Offensive foul is going to be on Terry Morgan. Doing a little too much bodying up. Called for the blocking foul. There you see the scoreboard. 45, flashing. That means that's a bad thing. The next column where the 0 was, that's the good column.
Zastro now 3 of 9 on the night with 2 3-pointers.
You know, and in a way, that guy can go off on you. You got to keep an eye on that guy because he had some open looks where the shots just didn't go down. Huffman's shot is blocked out of bounds. Oh, no. Oh no, coming in is Tom Hunick, and he's going to say,
That's the right call.
And that's a good call. That's good teamwork by the officials.
Another thing about Zastro, too, he's a very good free throw shooter.
Right,
And,
yeah.
When he drives and penetrates and dishes, or if he gets to the basket, if he gets fouled, he can make his free throws.
Huffman cutting under the lane but didn't take the shot. Looked like he was wide open. Zastro has it on top.
Defending conference champs.
Oh boy, that could almost been an offensive foul the way Zackel was pushing out, but they do call the foul on Jake Reuter. Both teams are in the bonus, so Manitowoc has a chance to chip away some more. They're down 34-29. Zackel shooting his 5th free throw already, and he's made 4 out of 5. TJ Crown's taking a seat, and there you see number 21, Grant Renzelman. Watch Zackel's release, Chris. Is he putting his hand in a cookie jar? Kinda.
Twice, he wants 2. Give me a couple of them.
How can you do that twice on one shot? Renzelman, Morgan almost lost it. Penetrate and pitch. Morgan hard down the lane, gets it swatted away by Eric Huffman. That's a 3, no good. Strong rebound by Jake Reuter.
I like that. Good strong rebound. Sophomore.
South setting up. Reuter, spin
Nice.
move, has it blocked. Gather it back in, tries to kick it out, and it's stolen away by Eric Huffman. Manitowoc on the push, good inside feed. Basket is made by Cal Reindl off a nice pass by Nathan Zastro. 34-33, South on top. They just had an 8-point lead, it's down to 1.
That's just his 3rd basket. Would go with 7 rebounds for Manitowoc already.
Hempsing,
Just a sophomore.
pull up Jay. Oh, he gets it to go. I'll tell you, that was a wish. Christmas came early for Chris Hempsing. Oh, I wish we had I wonder if we got the replay machine. Let's see that one again. Kyle Rommel coming in for Terry Morgan. Rommel hit a 3 before.
I guess you could say that's hard off the glass.
Yeah, and off all portions of the rim. Oh, Zackel. Now that's good help defense that time. Manitowoc with another offensive rebound, and then going right through the defender was Cal Reindl, but instead of getting called for the foul, he gets called for traveling, so he catches a bit of a break there.
8 rebounds in the first half for that guy. He's a sophomore.
That's why he's in the starting lineup. Hempsing, swatted away. I like it that they're taking it hard to the hoop. TJ Crown's coming in and checking out is Brandon Bernabel.
Hempsing 5 for 9 from the floor. Don't want to be there.
Yeah, get it out of the corner. Good job. Rommel couldn't get it to go. And, oh boy, I thought it went off a Manitowoc guy, but the officials didn't see it that way. Manitowoc with a chance to tie. They're down 3, 36-33, 2:20 remaining until halftime. Huffman coming off a double screen.
I don't know where that kid is, Zastro. If he
cover
could,
up
he
defense,
would.
Stolen away, got a man down. Inside feed to Grant Renzelman, no good, but he is fouled. The foul will go on Cal Reindl. That'll be his 2nd.
That's a good thing.
Renzi was wide open.
You know, we've seen Nathan Zastro the last couple of years, and there's been some games we've had where the turnovers have been quite large, but tonight he's done a nice job. Nathan Zastro for Manitowoc, that's just nice replay there. Scott, that's just Nathan's 1st turnover.
Renzelman pounds it in. Well, I don't know if I should say it or not, but South is 3 for 3 from the line this quarter. They were only 2 for 5 from the line in the first quarter. They get 2 for 4. Nice stroke. 38-33. South on top. Manitowoc doing a nice job of breaking the press. Zastro going hard. Had the ball tipped away and it doesn't go in. Rebound Zacco and he's hammered. Foul is going to go on number 31, Derek Kiekafer. But you're right, but Manitowoc just continues to hit the offensive boards.
That's his 8th rebound of the night.
You know, it could be worse. It's like you said before. What if they were making all those missed shots?
And his 5th offensive rebound. I mean, they're just aggressive on the glass.
Well, Zacco's always a little bit of an adventure with this release point net.
Oh boy.
He got the second one to go. He's had a good half, Chris. He's got 12 points. 6 of those coming from the line. He is 6 for 8 from the free throw line, so even though he doesn't look real smooth, he's getting them to go in. Rummel pressing the action, and he's fouled on the drive.
It's the second time he's done that tonight, and as you mentioned before, Marty, that's what you gotta like. You gotta like, their aggressive play to the glass.
3rd foul on Dan Kurzweil. 1:36 remaining until halftime. South up 38-34. They had it as much as 8 at 34-26.
Kurzweil's only got 2 offensive rebounds, so with him with 3 fouls, that's not exactly the guy, but you want out, but at least it may help. 3 fouls right away with just a minute and a half left here in the first half.
He pounds them both in.
Very entertaining game, Marty.
Very
40
much so.
points in the first half. This game's going to be in the 80s. I love it.
Renzelman off the bench has 7 points. Getting a wide open shot, but not putting it in was Guile, but picking him up was his teammate Taylor Gabriel, his first basket of the night. 1:15 remaining.
His first offensive rebound, but why not him too?
Rolling down to minute 5. South on top, 40-36. You're right, there is a lot of points being scored.
Very entertaining.
Until now. Zastro.
Yep, that's the right call.
Offensive foul, a blocking foul on Jake Reuter, and that's going to be his 2nd foul.
He stuck the fanny out there right at the last second. Watch him here. He's going to come up.
It's coming. Right now.
Whoop. See how he kind of moved that little hip?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Look out. Nice pass. Shot is blocked. Out of bounds. Brad Sonnenberg. Got his shot swatted away.
I think that's his first action. And
it is. Welcome to the ball game. And doing the blocking was Hempsing. 46 seconds remaining. Zacco had the shot blocked. Renzelman was tied up and landed hard on the floor and gets called for the travel. So we could give him a rebound or a loose ball possession, but then he gets tagged with a turnover. An unfortunate set of circumstances there for South. Down to 41.4 seconds remaining. It's 40-36, South on top. And Chris has mentioned it a couple times. I might as well join the bandwagon. Very entertaining half of basketball. Huffman looked like he was wide open for just a second, but they didn't get him the ball. Bernabel almost on the steal. And touch pass by Zastro's out of bounds. There's turnover number 2. And that's a big one. Let's see what South decides to do in the last 34 seconds.
And just the 6th of the game, and South only has 5, so very clean.
Well,
Say we're early in the year.
They've stayed on top, and it's they've had 2 of their big guns in Biederwolf and Schwartz out of the game.
Yep, very good point, Marty.
20 seconds remaining. Rommel pulling it out. He may just go for one. Manitowoc staying back. Under 10. 5. Crowns, pump from outside, shot no good, and that's the half. We're at halftime here at South Isaac Cutie Fieldhouse, where the Red Wings lead it 40-36.
Put yourself in his place. You grew up on the streets. Your role models weren't your parents. You didn't have much, but then you figured you didn't deserve much. Then you land in trouble. When they send you away, you think your life is over. But really, it's just beginning. Since 1913, Star Commonwealth has helped thousands of troubled kids get a new perspective on life. Help us keep it going. Visit star.org. Do it today.
Warming. It's real. There's no debate. Harp seals need solid ice to survive, yet the ice is disappearing. Despite this bleak outcome, there's an even greater threat to seals: man. Canada kills thousands of seals each year. Tell the government this hunt must end. Visit stopthesealhunt.org to take action today and help IFAW create a better world for animals and people.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To serve people you've never met? What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps, life is calling. How far will you go?
Back at South High School's at Cutie Fieldhouse, we're just getting ready to start second half action. Leading all scorers in the first half was Richard Zachow with 12. Chipping in with 8 was Nathan Zastro, and Cal Reindl had 6. This is all Manitowoc. Eric Huffman and Dan Kurzweil had 4 each, and then Taylor Gabriel had a basket late in the first half. For South, they had 9 different guys scored. Leading the way was Chris Hemsing with 11. Kyle Rommel off the bench was second with 7. Jake Biederwolf had 5, and he sat a good portion of the second quarter. Brendan Bernabo had 3. Renzelman 2. Kiefer and Crowns 4. Jake Schwartz 2, and Jake Reuter had 2, and South on top 40-36 as we open up play.
14 of 27 shooting for Sheboygan South. Manitowoc 12 for 37. You're shooting over 50%, Sheboygan South, but you're only up by a couple points. Less than 33% shooting for Manitowoc, but those offensive rebounds were just a nightmare. 12 of them for Manitowoc in the first half.
That kept them in the ball game. Brandon Guile picking up the foul. He didn't start the ball game, but he's starting in the second half, and 14 seconds in, he's back on the bench. Jake Schwartz lost it, got it back, and then kicked it out of bounds.
Good thing for Sheboygan South, you're up by 4, and Biederwolf and obviously Jake Schwartz did not play but 2 minutes in the whole ball game so far, so good situation for Sheboygan South, have the lead, and 2 of your big players had foul trouble, and you got away with it.
Zacho going hard to the hoop, kisses it off the glass and in. Wow. Picking up right where he left off. 14 points on the night. Schwartz shot was no good.
Hey!
Put back my Kiefer is no good, and Manitowoc comes away with the rebound. It's 40-38. Huffman pushing in and draws the foul on Chris Hemsing. For Hemsing, that's only his first foul. Boy, they had a couple of good looks down at the other end, Chris, and couldn't get either one to go in, the Red Wings. Oh, Huffman broke wide open. They didn't throw him the ball, but Zastro tosses in about an 8-footer. We're tied at 40.
He's now 4 for 12 tonight.
Biederwolf. Crowns has it on top. Over to Schwartz. Gets a nice screen. Shoots about a 15-footer, is no good. Coming away with the rebound was Zachow. Little crossover dribble by Zastro, and he pounds in a 19.6 feet footer, and it's a 3-pointer, and Manitowoc has their first lead, 43-40.
He's 2 for 2 in the quarter.
Hemsing just inside the line, puts in a 2.
Gosh, I like that.
Little crossover.
Yeah, and a dribble shot like that. Stuff you just work on your driveway. Now you take it to the big court here, and it's just sweet.
Matt Horzen liked the 2. We were talking to him at halftime. Zastro going hard, has a shot blocked by Biederwolf, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to talk it over, and they're going to give it to South.
Wow. So you're going to tell me he just shot it like that?
Well, I think what happened is the ball got blocked and maybe off his hand, and they're saying it went off his hand and out of bounds.
That's a tough call. That's almost a call you never see. I mean,
yeah,
it's just, how else do you know?
Well, better to happen now than with 5 seconds left in the ball game. South down 43-42, trying to get the lead back. Hemsing Well, they left him open for a second spin move.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to hit that one.
Good cover-up defense by the Ships. Hemsing lean-in shot, got it in. Looked like he got fouled, but no call.
Now he always leans in like that.
Hemsing has 15 points. Zastro, no good. Strong rebound by Jake Schwartz, and he said, get out of here. You missed that, Chris.
That's his second rebound. He'll end up with 10 by the end of the night.
Peter Wolf, good pump fake, couldn't get open for the shot. Renzelman in the ball game now. Peter Wolf, quick release and in. Three-pointer for Jake. He has 8 points.
I just love that quick
Long
release.
pass to Zacko. He gets doubled up. Kick over to Huffman. He had it knocked away. And then Peter Wolf comes away with it. Good hands. Look out. High off the glass is no good. TJ Crowns with the rebound. Pull up 15-footer. Has a shot blocked out of bounds. But we're going to get a foul called on Manitowoc. Boy, oh boy, the action was hot and heavy, Chris.
Yep. First team to 85.
Yeah, really.
I hope.
Here we go. High off the grass. Here you're going to see the pump fake. Oop, no pump fake. Just the shot and foul. And Zacko picks up only his second foul. There's a guy you'd like to get out of the ball game if you could. He's been a force in there. Zacko, only a junior. Crowns putting it in. That was his 5th point. Both teams shot well from the free throw line, Chris. Manitowoc was 8 for 11. South was 8 for 10. Make it 9 for 11 right now. And 10 for 12. 49-43 South on top.
Nice little run here after trailing.
Are you going to get a 3-second call? Nope. Zacko leaning, no good. Battling for the rebound is Jake Schwartz, and he gets it. That might help.
Hit it.
Bernabel, bango baby from deep in the corner. His second 3 of the ball game. Timeout Manitowoc. The largest deficit they've had tonight, 9 points.
10-0 run.
30-second timeout, Scott, so we're going to keep it here. They were down 43-42, and you're right, they've run off 10 in a row. Boy, oh boy. They're going through the 50-50 raffle numbers. Chris is writing them down quick. You're not a winner, man.
No, I wasn't doing that. I was just looking at my stats here.
Well, that's all you win is some gas? Right. All you got to do is come up to the announcer's booth. We'll give you some gas.
I wouldn't want to mess with Coach Hine.
No.
He will remove you.
With one arm. Eric Huffman has the ball being guarded by Bernabel. Brandon having a nice little night. And Jake tying up. Keek Kirkweisel of Manitowoc. But the possession arrow belongs to Manitowoc. Jake coming off and coming in is Jake Reuter.
See a difference in the second half? Just the having him on the floor.
No. Well, I didn't think he moved his feet, Chris. I thought they could almost got him with an offensive foul. Clearing out, that was Cal Reindl called for the travel. South with an opportunity to build it up to a double-digit lead. They're up 52-43. Bernabel, oh, he's got another one. Holy cow.
3 for 3. I only get it when I'm going to make it.
Zastro trying to answer the run, and he does with a three-pointer. His 3rd of the ball game.
That was a big hit for them.
Oh, they needed that. It's 55-46, South up by 3. They did have a 12-point lead for about 5 seconds. Bernabel can't get it to go. No. We had a lead lob in there, but whistle blows, and we're going to have a foul called on South.
What a quick run by South. Just like that, they're up, by 10 points, 12 points, 9 points.
Foul is on TJ Crowns. And Renzelman, Biederwolf, and Crowns all come out. Zachal off a nice inbounds play gets another basket. He has 16 points.
Zastro's on the bench, but he's going to be here for about 20 seconds.
Bernabel came off a screen. He's screaming, "Give me the ball!" He didn't throw it to him. Hemsing, little head fake, not going for it, was the Manitowoc defender. Bernabel, nice feed inside. The basket is up and good by Kiekefer. Bernabel doing it all.
Sophomore, that's sweet.
Zacko almost had the ball stripped away. Outside shot is no good.
We'll give him that one.
By Reindl, and South coming away with it. On the push, they're up 57-48. Rommel, shot is blocked.
They all lean in.
And, I think South caught a break there. I thought Hemsing was moving, but they're going to get the offensive foul called on Dan Kurzweil, and that's going to be his fourth.
Something that I'll tell you that Sheboygan South does is they really lean in. And you're going to get that call most of the time. That time they didn't, but trying to draw the foul, I really like that, being strong.
Yeah, you got to like it. If nothing else, it does get the other team hopefully in foul trouble. And
right.
When you're playing against a big team like that, you got to take it right at those big guys once in a while.
And there's going to be officials through the course of the season that you're going to get that call.
Jake has it on top. Little handoff. Rummel lost it. It was tipped away. Manitowoc saying, no, we didn't. And Andy Hansen says, I don't care. We're giving it to the white guys. Coming in the ball game for Manitowoc is Brandon Guile. Jake battling inside. Wasn't able to get open. Bernabel. Rommel almost, he had an idea, but he pulled it back. Probably a good thing. Hemsing on top to Schwarz. Bernabel left open for just a second. Another one for Brandon. Oh man, he's got 3 in the quarter, 4 in the game, and 12 points. South up again by their largest margin, 60-48. Zastro can't get it to go. Zackow had it taken away by Hemsing. South with a 12-point lead and the ball. Rommel. No. Good offensive rebound. Putback is no good by Kiekefer. Manitowoc with a chance to cut into the 12-point lead. Huffman's shot is no good. Zackow's rebound shot is no good, but he's fouled. Brandon Bernabel actually did something wrong. He fouled. But actually, that was probably a good foul. Zackow is going to be at the line shooting a pair. There's 1:27 remaining in the third quarter. South has played a very, very good third quarter, Chris. South with 4 3-pointers in the quarter, 3 by Bernabel, 1 by Biederwolf. If South goes on to win tonight, Chris, I think the key was that second quarter when they had their 2 good guys on the bench, and yet they were able to maintain the lead. Jump shot is off, no good. Rebound by Jake Schwarz. Biederwolf has it.
Take it to him.
Hemsing got it, and it's fouled. Oh, baby. Chris Hemsing.
You said it, Marty. A great quarter for South. I just love how they are attacking the glass, and then they get to the glass, which creates, the defense is collapsing. They kick it out to the threes. They're raining threes.
Brad Sonnenberg is checking in. Going out is Brandon Guile. He's had a little tough go of it, Chris. He just picked up his 4th foul. Hemsing nails the free throw. South is 3 for 3 on their free throws in this quarter. Ball is stolen away. Look out below! Well, what was it called? I think they had a turnover beforehand on South. They're going to give the ball to Manitowoc, so all that action really was meaningless.
One thing Jake's going to have to do this, a little bit is keep his composure. I don't
Well,
always
I
like
thought
when he
they did.
talks.
I
But he
thought-
talks and does some stuff, eventually through the year, it's going to catch up to you.
Zacco. Zacco's quite a force in there, huh, Chris? But I know what you're talking about when you talk about Jake. You got to tone it down.
Yep. He does so many positive things on the floor. That's one thing he can't do.
That's his third foul. They're going to take him out. This is a good substitution, getting Jake Reuter in. There's 49.7 seconds remaining. And Jake going that long before picking up his third foul. That was good.
Yep. And what an impact he makes when he's on the floor. There's the North boys.
Tommy Olsen.
Yep.
Sitting there. Whoa. Crown's coming away with the loose ball, loading it up from three-point land, but can't get it to go. Sonnenberg with the rebound. South with their largest margin of 14 right now. Zastro has it. He's looking. He's going to shoot it. Might as well let him put it in. Sonnenberg with a rebound. Zacco, fadeaway, no good. Good offensive rebound and a force back and a basket by Cal Reindl. I'll tell you, that guy is tough in there, Chris. He had 8 rebounds in the first half. Give him another one.
Yep.
An offensive rebound, too. It's 63-51, under 10 seconds. Hemsing going to play for one. Hemsing on a push shot right at the buzzer, and it's no good. South let her run down a little too far. But an excellent quarter of basketball by the Red Wings. They lead it heading into the fourth quarter, 63-51.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To serve people you've never met? What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps, life is calling. How far will you go?
A tragedy it is to see you lost in your addiction. Reminds me of a story that someone told me. We should have taken the time. We should have made things right. So where are you now?
They're back at South High School's Acuity Fieldhouse. Red Wings had it up to 14 points at 63-49. Right now they're up 12, 63-51. They're waiting to set the clock at 8 minutes. We're already at 0, and it's the end of the ball game. Okay, Biederwolf has it. Hemsing open for just a second, a catch and shoot.
Wow.
He's got a three-pointer. Chris Hemsing.
4 for 4 in the quarter. 9 for 13 on the night. They keep raining threes. They're now 9 for 17, Marty.
Up by 15. Good inside feed. Basket is up and good by Cal Reindl. Nice pass by Nathan Zastro. He can do it all. He's a good one. Jake Schwartz looking, kicks it back out. Having it in the corner there for a second was Kiekafer. Good cover-up defense that time by Zastro on Biederwolf. Jake breaking in the middle, but they couldn't get him the ball. Now they do. Jake almost lost it, gets it back, off the glass and in. Good recovery by Jake Schwartz. He's only got 4 points in the ball game, but I tell you, he's been a force in there.
Yes, he has.
Zacco got it.
Good decision there by Jake, too, not to draw that foul, get out of the way. Good decision there, Jake.
68-55.
They need you on the floor.
Hempsing, a quick pass to Shores. His shot is blocked by Zacco, and South comes away with it. Nice shot that time by Nathan Zastro. 18 points for Zastro.
7 for 18, I have him.
19 points for Zacco. Those two guys lead, and then we get a travel called on TJ Crowns. Taking a handoff from Jake Shores. Renzelman coming in. Checking out is Kiekefer. Red Wings applying full court pressure. They're up by 11. There's 6:13 remaining in the ball game. Except for a brief time in the third quarter, South has led the entire way. Now the important thing is to be leading at the end of the game.
Yeah, just no big runs here. Avoid the big run. Get to the boards. Jake out there, you should not have too many offensive rebounds.
Travel called on Nathan Zastro, and he's like, what did I do wrong? It's the same thing I do all the time. Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Just a 12th turnover for Manitowoc.
Jake, 18-footer, bangle. Off the dribble again, Chris. Hempsing's been known for it. Peterwolf can do it too. Huffman, over to Zacco. His shot is blocked by Jake Schwartz. Gathering it in and putting it in was Cal Reindl. He's had a nice game, has 12 points.
Peterwolf, 4 for 6 tonight.
Jake spinning, has it taken away by Zacco. Jake has to let the game come to him a little more. I think he's feeling the pressure because he doesn't have many points. Hempsing with the offensive rebound. Long lead feed to Jake. His shot is up and in. Good pass that time by Hempsing to Schwartz for an easy 2. It's 72-59. We get a timeout. Full timeout, Scott, so we can take a short break with 5:07 remaining. South on top, 72-59. Back at South High School's at Cutie Fieldhouse, and there you see some of the happy fans. Well, you know, some of those guys are wearing the Manitowoc red, but they're still smiling. Things will get better. Those juniors and sophomores will become seniors and juniors, and look out for those guys down the road.
Very good ball game tonight, Marty. Very impressed with both squads, and good shooting for South. And
I think you see Mark Christensen, you know, what kind of coach he is, because his guys are well prepared. You know, they were able to handle a press effectively. They rebound well. They run their sets real nice. South doing a good job.
5 rebounds now. You got to get up to 10, buddy. 1 a minute.
Renzelman had it on the wing. Gives it to Hempsing. Trying to go. He lost it, and it's out of bounds.
Patience, patience, patience. He only had 7 turnovers through 3 quarters.
He hurt that right hand. He's going to come out. Bernabo is going to come in for him.
I was going to say, South had 7 turnovers through 3 quarters, but they got 3 already in the first 3.5 here.
And Sarah Kinsella to the bench. Tending to Hempsing.
I'm fine. I'm not like Charles Woodson. I can play.
Oh, that was cold. Good spin move. Shot up and in by Reindl. Ooh, that was pretty sweet. He's got 14 points. It's a quiet 14 too. Look out, Jake. Biederwolf high off the glass and in. Ooh, that was a sweet one too. Boy, oh boy.
He's up to 5 for 7 from the floor.
Huffman to Zacco. He double dribbled, I think, but no, they're going to get a foul called on South. It's going to go on Grant Renzelman. That's his second foul. Jake Biederwolf has 12 points in the ball game. It's 74-61 with 4:04 remaining. Cal Reindl kicks it out to Zacco. His 12-footer is no good.
We like that shot.
And Bernabel with a rebound. He does it all. Shooting, passing, ball handling. He's had a very nice game. Biederwolf.
Wow.
Got it, boys. Right to the hoop. Man, he is quick. 15-point lead. Zastro, cold-blooded. 21 points.
Tell you, Manitowoc looks a little tired. Good take. You know, they look a little tired. You know, they're trying so hard to catch up, and they're wasting a lot of energy to catch up. And South just, you know, every time they need a basket, they're getting one. And it's just draining to Manitowoc. You can see the hands on the hips. They're bent at their knees. What can we do to stop this or catch up?
Is that what we look like on Fridays and Wednesdays?
Oh no, we're smooth.
You have to run fast to get tired, right? Jake missing a free throw. Jake with 6 points tonight, looking for number 7. There you get a good shot at Jake. He's a good-looking young man. (77-63). Zacco with a solid screen on Biederwolf. Zastro off the glass and in. He has 23. And timeout. I didn't catch who called it yet.
Manitowoc.
Okay. Full timeout again, Scott. That taken by Manitowoc with 3:16 remaining. South on top, 77-66.
Dad?
Yeah.
What does Dad sound like? Tough question, huh?
No, dear. All you have to do is listen.
When was the last time you heard God? Come, listen with us.
I hear Dad all around.
Got a busy week next week, Chris. On December 4th, on Tuesday, TJ Crown's mom sitting there on the far left, Vicky. But anyway, next week, busy week for TV8. On Tuesday, we have the North-South game. That'll be held at North. The girls will start at 6, boys following. And then on Friday, Milwaukee Tech comes to town to play Sheboygan South over here at South High School. So doubler for the TV8 crew next week. But we're in shape. We went through that football season, and we're ready to roll. Manti doubling up now. It's going to be tough. Ugh! Good job by Bernabel. Out to Biederwolf, and he nails a 3. That was huge. Don't try to double us up.
Wow.
Zastro kisses it off the glass and in. I believe that's 27 for him now.
He's 22 for, excuse me, he's 12. No, that's not right either. He's 10 for 23 from the floor. 10 for 23 for Nathan.
19. Yep, he's got 10 baskets. No free throws, amazingly.
Yeah, that's really shocking.
Oh, right now. Bernabel was open in the corner. You got to pass the ball right away. Biederwolf.
Oh, is he hot?
Wowee. Cover me up. I'm hot. Zastro. Oh, man, is he cold-blooded. Another one. 83-71. I'm running out of ink. Another full timeout, Scott. Let's pay the bills. With 2:17 remaining, South on top, 83-71.
Put yourself in her place. You were never the pretty one or the smart one. Nobody understood. Most of the time you hate your family, and frankly, sometimes they hate you. Once you even try to hurt yourself. Eventually, they send you away and you think your life is over. But really, it's just beginning. Since 1913, Star Commonwealth has helped thousands of troubled kids get a new perspective on life. Help us keep it going. Visit star.org. Do it today.
Marty.
Go ahead.
Jake Biederwolf's made his last 5 baskets. Hemsing's made his last 4 baskets. You know, they're making baskets. That's all you can say. I mean, Schwartz made his last 2 out of 3. I mean, they're just, every time they come down, that you just can't stop them. And, you know, there's nothing that Coach Christian can do. First team in 85 is going to be South. They're going to be the winners.
Yeah, really. Well, you know, they're doing the double team, and it isn't like South is getting layups. I mean, they're getting open from the 3-point line and just rifling them in there.
Yeah, and putting them in. Oh.
Stole by Zackow. Layup, no good. Tap up is good by Reindl. 16 points for Cal Reindl. It's 83-73. This ball game is far from over with 2:11 remaining.
Reindl, he's made his last 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's got 13 rebounds. Number 33.
Crowns cutting in front of Zackow.
Neither team's in the bonus yet, Marty, so...
Nope, 5 team fouls for each ball club in the second half.
So Manitowoc can take some chances. You might as well take some chances and gamble and try to get a steal because you're not going to force them to, bonus anyways.
Right. Oh, there's a hammer, no call. Another hammer, and that one they do call. Zackow is going to pick up his 4th. All you got to do is be strong with the ball. Down to 1:48 remaining in the ball game. You know, it may take a while for South to get up to 85, Chris. They're going to slow her down a little bit. Zastro on Hemsing. They get it into Jake Shores. And another foul. And that one's going to go on Zacko, and that's going to be his 5th. Now that young man is quite a ball player.
Yep.
Finishes with 19 points.
11 rebounds.
11 boards. Yeah, he did it all. Blocked a few shots. Jake was 1 for 2 on his last trip. Now he's got to make the first to get the second.
85. Got to get to 85, boys. Attaboy.
Eight points now for Jake. And gets the friendly roll. 85-73. 140 and counting. Good steal by Jake Biederwolf. Going hard to the hoop and lays it up and in. Nice steal. 22 points for Jake Biederwolf.
And he's made his last 6. He's going to make a layup.
Eric Huffman had the shot blocked by Biederwolf, but putting it in was Cal Reindl. He's got 5 baskets in the quarter. Jake got to be strong with the ball, and he is. He gets fouled. Are they going to call it on Reindl, or are they going to call it on Kurzweil? 3-0, Dan Kurzweil, and that's his 5th. Coming in the ball game is Brad Sonnenberg.
Nice crowd tonight too, Marty. I thought opening night, you knew this was going to be a good game, and a lot of people came out.
Jake, it's 4 in a row for him. Gotten his point total up to 10, so he's in double figures.
I think these two teams will be in the mix, Marty. I think it's going to be a great conference, especially in this division.
Almost stolen away by Brandon Bernabel. He plays a little bit of defense too. Brandon, I think you mentioned earlier, is only a sophomore.
He hit some big threes.
Zastro, he actually missed a shot, Chris. Huffman, feed to Reindl, lost it on the way up, and Jake Schwartz with the rebound. Now he gets fouled, and I'll tell you,
boy,
strong with the ball again.
Yep, and just walk down to the other end. You know you're going to get hammered. That was a nice play.
Reindl saying he caught me with an elbow. Well, yeah, you're right on top of him.
Yeah, your arm's on his elbow.
Oh, they're going to call that foul on Sonnenberg. That's his first. Jake going to the line.
Wow, 90 points. I jinxed you. Sorry, Jake.
Under a minute. Zastro has 28. Can't get it. Short arm to layup. Ugh, be strong with the ball, boys. That's it. Kicks it down to Biederwolf, who keeps it out. South content to run clock. We're down to 40 seconds. They're up by 14. Chris is going to go downstairs, see if he can get a couple interviews. South running clock. They got this one in the bag. All they got to do is run out the clock now. Hemsing has it on top, being guarded by Eric Huffman. Hemsing stuck at half court. Get it out of there. Under 10, and that's going to be it. That's the ball game. South a winner, 89-75 in a very entertaining basketball game. Mark Christensen and Tim Scholl shaking hands at half court, as are the rest of the players. See you guys at North next week. The Horsens leaving the house. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, hopefully Chris will have a couple of interviews, and I'll have the final stats from the ball game. Again, South the winner, 89-75. We'll be right back.
For 37 million Americans, this is life living below the poverty line. Every day, a struggle just to hang on. Right now, 1 in 8 Americans lives like this. Many have jobs, children, families, and every day hanging on gets a little bit harder. Find out what you can do. Please, don't let one more fall. Go to povertyusa.org and get involved.
We love our pets. Our pets are family to us, but disasters can take you by surprise and change your entire life in a second. It's up to you to make sure your family is safe. And the best thing you can do is prepare. To find out how to protect your family, including your pets, in an emergency, please visit the ASPCA website or Tony LaRussa's Animal Rescue Foundation website. Be a responsible pet parent and be prepared.
Cordless power tools and rechargeable batteries help you do projects all over the house. Inside, outside, they let you work anywhere. But did you know that by recycling old rechargeable batteries, you can help protect the environment? It's true. When they no longer hold a charge and need to be replaced, old rechargeable batteries should be recycled. It's easy and it's free. Recycle your old rechargeable batteries wherever you buy cordless power tools. Go to calltorecycle.org to find a collection site near you.
Welcome back. We're here with two happy Red Wings here, Jake and TJ. Jake, great shooting tonight. The guys really clutched up, especially in that second half.
Yeah, we did. I don't know, just found the open man and hit the open shot. I mean, that's what we got to do.
You had 8 guys score in that first half for you guys. You guys got a lot of depth on this team.
Yeah, we do. It's an advantage for us. We, I don't know, have a lot of depth, and like everybody can play on our team, so that's good.
Starting off with a big conference game like this, got a lot of people in the house tonight. That must have been a great opener.
Yeah, it was, especially after the last weekend. I mean, we know we can compete with anybody. I mean, in almost beating Washington, but I don't know, Manitowoc's a good team, so.
Hey, I thought that was a good thing you mentioned there. I thought playing Milwaukee, Washington last week, you know, they got some nice guards here, probably helped you guys a little bit. Probably not as quick, and I know that exhibition season, I guess you could call it, probably helped you guys tonight.
Yeah, it did. I mean, all city schools are fast, and I don't know, they're just quick. And then when you come up here, I mean, people are quick, but they're not that fast. So.
Hey, I gotta apologize. I said, oh, they're gonna get to 90 points and miss that free throw. I'll take the blame for that. Good night. Good luck on Tuesday. TJ, you and Jake, I know you guys worked very hard on your game, and a lot of you guys worked on the game over the summer, and it really paid off tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean, shooting, everything. We came off. Our bench played well. Everything, teamwork, chemistry. It was all good tonight.
Hey. Great. I thought it was just a great first half, but Manitowoc took the lead, 43-42. You guys, just like that, 10-0 run, and then you carried it on from there.
Oh, yeah. Manny came out, hit like 2-3 shots. We D'd up, and then we just started hitting. Bernabel played well. Came off the bench, knocked down, 2 or 3 threes, played well.
Yeah, he got 3 threes tonight, and I mentioned to Jake, I said, you're really deep this year, and you're going to get contributions from a lot of guys, and I think that's what kind of makes your team kind of special. You don't have to kind of just rely on one person. You got a whole bunch of people you can rely on.
Oh, yeah. We got guards coming out the bench. We're all athletic. It's going to be a good year, I think.
Well, best of luck. I heard there's a game on Tuesday night. Practice a little bit the next couple of days, and we'll see you on Tuesday. With that, we'll send it back to Marty.
Great job on the interviews, Chris. Let's go through some of the scoring from tonight's ball game. Nathan Zastro led all scorers with 28 points, and he had 20 in the second half. He was really cold-blooded. He had 6 three-pointers on the night. Chipping in double figures was Richard Zacko, who was a real force for Manitowoc. He had 19. Cal Reindl had 18, and it was a quiet 18. He played a real nice ball game, rebounding and scoring. For Sheboygan South, they were led by their super guard tandem of Jake Biederwolf and Chris Hempsing. They had 22 and 21 points respectively. Chipping in with the double figures off the bench was Brandon Bernabel. He had 12, all on three-pointers. He had 3 three-pointers in the third quarter to really keep South going in that quarter. Jake Schwartz had a slow night, but finished off strong, had a good second half, and finished with 11 points for the 4 players from South who were in double figures. Great ball game all the way around. South hit on 16 of 20 free throws and had 11 threes on the ball game, and that pretty much tells the story. Our next ball game is a big one. It's going to be the North-South game. It'll be South's 4th game of the year. They're 2-1 right now. They're looking to go 3-1 as they play Sheboygan North at North Gym. For the Raiders, it'll be their first game of the year. At 6 o'clock, we'll have the girls tipping it off, and then after that, it'll be the boys. For the crew, Will Capello, Eric Wiesman, Brian Andrews, Scott Mieloff, my partner Chris Wright. I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.